Good morning, class. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we are going to start new chapter, chapter number 16, Water, a Precious Resource. So open your book, page number 193, Water, a Precious Resource. Water, a Precious Resource. So as we know that water is a natural resource. We cannot create water. We get water from nature. It is a natural resource like soil, air, sunlight. In the same manner, water is also a natural resource. We must use water very wisely because we cannot create. Yes, student. So let's start reading. जल है तो कल है. If you have water, you can think of future. Without water, there is no. You are perhaps aware that 22nd March is celebrated as World Water Day. So you can underline this. 22nd March is celebrated as World Water Day. This can be your GK question. What is the date when World Water Day celebrated? 22nd March every year. A school celebrated Water Day and invited poster from the children of your age group. Some of the poster present. So you are perhaps aware that the 22nd March is celebrated as World Water Day. A school celebrated Water Day and invited posters from the children of your age group. Some of the posters presented on that day are shown in figure 16.1. Save energy, drop of, save every drop of water. You can save water, every drop counts. My best friend water. These are some of the poster. You can make different poster regarding conservation of water. So what is the message you get from these poster? Write your observation in your notebook and discuss them in the class. Have you ever felt a shortage of water at home or at school? Your parents or teacher must very often be advising you not to waste water. Yes. Many a time we give advice to you, your parents also give advice to you that don't waste water. Water is very precious. No wonder we celebrate Water Day every year to attract the attention of everybody towards the importance of conserving water, to save water. The amount of water recommended by United Nations for drinking, washing, cooking, and maintaining proper hygiene is a minimum of 50 liter per person per day. That is the minimum requirement. But we all know that 50 liter is not enough for us for daily usage. This amount is about 2.5 bucket of water per person per day. Is your family getting at least this much of water? If yes, you should consider yourself fortunate because millions of people in our country do not get enough water. They even not get water for their drinking purpose. So if you are getting enough water for your daily uses, for bathing, drinking, cooking, then you are very lucky person on this planet. Because many people are not even getting drinking water for their survival. So you can get the idea that if you are having nothing and you are having water, then you are having much more as compared to those persons who are not even having water for their drinking purpose, for their washing, cooking, etc. Is your family getting at least this much of water? If yes, you should consider yourself fortunate because millions of people in our country do not get enough water. What about your friend and their families? Share your experiences with them. In some places, there is an acute shortage of water. Acute shortage means lack of water. Tap running dry, long queues of water, fly marches, and protest for demand of water have become a common sight, especially during summer. Some of the newspaper clippings shown in figure 16.3 clearly indicate this message. Is it not true that we face acute shortage of water? Yes. So look at the diagram, figure 16.2, long queue for water. And there are some newspaper cutting. Are your water conscious? Simple way to save water. What if 2006 get less rain? These type of slogans we read in day-to-day newspapers. So activity 16.1. Collect clipping from newspaper and magazine on the news items, articles, and the picture related to water shortage. Paste them in your scrapbook and share it with your friends. List some problem has become a matter of concern throughout the world. It is a big challenge and what is that main concern? Few years from now, more than one third of the people in the world could face water scarcity. Underline this word water scarcity means shortage of water, acute shortage of water. Before we discuss why water is getting scarce, we must know how much water is available for use on our planet. So just read the blue box. In the year 2003, we observed that as the International Year for Fresh Water for make people aware of these developing natural resources. So 16.1, how much water is available? How much water is available? As we all know that 71% of the earth is covered with water. But is that 71% all the water drinking? Very little water is available for drinking because most of the water is in ocean and ocean are having saline. And how the water in glaciers, North Pole and South Pole, it is in the form of ice, snow. All the 70% all the water on in the sea, ocean, ice, South Pole, as ground the atmosphere. In however, most water is not fit human consumption, use and consumption. So that is fit for use, that is fit for use is fresh water. Only fresh water we can use directly. Fresh water is the water which is fit for drinking or which is fit for direct use. Perform the following activity to estimate roughly the relative amount of water available in some of these sources. So let's perform activity. Activity 16.2. Most of us assume water to be limitless resource. From the activity, yes. So just look at the activity. Take a medium sized bucket, fill it up with the water. It contains about 20 liter of water. 20 liter of water. Okay. Assume that this water is represents all the water present on the earth, whether it is in ocean, river, lake, ice cap, total water compared with a bucket. Take a teaspoon, about 5 ml capacity, and transfer 100 spoon of the water from the bucket to a small container like a bath mug. Okay, this represents the total fresh water on the earth. A bucket of water represents the total water of the earth, and out of that water, 100 spoon each of 5 ml means 500 ml water represent the total fresh water. Now, from the bath mug, transfer 30 spoon of water to a glass tumbler. Okay, 30 spoon. This gives measure of usable water present as groundwater, underground water. Out of that 100 teaspoon means 500 ml, take 30 teaspoonful of water in a separate glass tumbler. This much water represent groundwater, underground water. Okay. Now so student finally take out a quarter means 1/4 spoonful of water from the mug. It represent all the water present in all the lake and river of the world. Okay. So water left in the bucket represent the saline water present in sea, ocean, and partially as groundwater. This water is not fit for human use. The water left in the bath mug represent the water which is present in a frozen form in glacier, frozen form, ice cap, permanent snow. Again, not available readily, not available easily. You can say it is not available easily. So there are questions asked by Bhujo and Pahili. Bhujo wondered about the alarmingly small quantity of water available for our use. Paheli quickly calculated and found that this amount is roughly 0.006% of all the water found on the earth. So student, underline this amount. 0.006% of all the water found on the earth is fit for our direct use. Means the quantity of water available for our use. What is the quantity of water available for our use? That is 0.006% of the total water found on earth. That is a very small amount. Very small amount. Okay, student, to underline this. Appreciate the actual amount of water available for human use. Does finding worry you? Discuss this in your class. Yes. So student, next topic is form of water. As you all know that there are three form of water: liquid water, ice as a solid, and water vapor as a gaseous state. So there are three state of matter: solid, liquid, gas. Water is also exist in all the three state: solid state as in the form of ice, liquid state, liquid water, and in gaseous state in the form of water vapor. Okay. Are you afraid that continuous use will someday exhaust all the water available for use? You know that the water on the earth has been maintained for millions of years by various processes which make the water cycle. You know about water cycle? Yes. The water from the ocean and river, due to the heat from the sunlight converted into water vapor, these water vapors rises up and up into the atmosphere and they cool downs, they form clouds. When clouds become heavy, waterfall in the form of rain on the earth, and this process goes on and on. This is known as water cycle. You have learnt about water cycle in previous classes also in fifth or sixth standard. Okay, so you have studied water cycle in class sixth. Write in your own word what you know about the water cycle. You know that when water circulates through water cycle, it can be found in the three forms: solid, liquid, and gases. At any given time, somewhere on the earth, the solid form, snow and ice, is represent as ice cap at the poles of earth, north pole and south pole, poles of the earth. Snow covered mountains and glacier. Liquid water is present in ocean, lake, river, even underground water. The gaseous form is water vapor present in the air around us. So these are the three form of water: solid as ice or snow, liquid as a liquid water in ocean, lake, river, as in underground water, and gaseous form is the water vapor. Gaseous form of the water is water vapor present in air around us. The continuous cycling of water among its three forms keep the total amount of water on the earth constant even when the whole world is using it. Does it give you any relief? Yes, the total amount of water on the earth is constant. It remains the same, but it is found in different forms. So student, there are some unscrambled word. You will write and scramble these words like RODGON, RAWET. So you will unscramble these words. Okay. So activity 16.3. Figure 16.5 shows the processes involved in water cycle. They are labeled by numbers. Match these numbers and the process given in the jumbled form. Most town and city have water supply system maintained by the civic authorities or civic bodies. The water is drawn from nearby lake, river, pond, or well. The water is supplied through the network of pipe. Many villages do not have such water supply system. Their people fetch water directly from the sources. Fetching of water means getting water. They take water, they get water directly from the source. Often people and even children have to walk several kilometers to fetch water. To take water, they have to travel several kilometers. At some of the places, the children suffer a lot. They cannot attend school regularly since they spend hours in fetching water. Women have to perform a number of household chores. If they have also to spend time to fetch water, it adds to their burden. A large number of the people draw water from well, tube well, and or hand pumps. From where do these sources get water? So, student, these are the topic for today's class. If you are having any doubt, you may ask your doubt one by one. Okay.